Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be discussing the newly revealed Transformers Kingdom Titan class, the ARK. Honestly guys, I am just absolutely speechless that this figure has not only just been officially confirmed after months of speculation, but it has turned out leaps and bounds better than anything I could have imagined. Honestly, I opened my phone, I saw some of these images and I was gobsmacked. This looks terrific and could potentially be my now favourite Titan class figure of all time. Of course, I am slightly jumping the gun as we have only just got promotional images and haven't as of yet actually seen this figure in person for myself nor own it, but it honestly just looks terrific. We have so much to talk about in this video. So the first image that I want to discuss is of course the actual ARK itself, the alternate form for the giant Titan class robot. The detailing, the actual design to this is superb. It looks very faithful to how it of course appeared in that original G1 series, although it has got a slightly stylized design to it, of course to better match what we saw from Transformers Siege and of course Transformers Earthrise, the Netflix anime series. We've got a ton of battle damage deco, which I personally think looks really well done, leaps and bounds better than anything we really saw from the Transformers Siege line. You can see various different cannons, turrets, the cockpit, all of this fantastic looking sculpted in surface detailing scattered all the way throughout it. I think it just looks so well done. We've got transparent orange plastic used there for the cockpit, some superb sculpted in detailing, and for a figure of which can actually transform, I think the alternate mode really does look spot on. As we take a look here at this second image, this will in fact come with Teletran-one. Of course, you cannot have the Autobot ARK without Teletran-one, and this just completely blew my expectations. Not only are we getting Teletran-one, which is superbly detailed, I may add. You can see all of this fantastic schematic detailing, which I'm probably presuming will be stickers, but it's just got some amazing looking sculpt work, really nice homage to the original G1 design. It's even got that little scanner piece that did attach onto the top, but this actually transforms itself. Yes, Teletran-one itself can transform into a smaller robot. Now this personally for me was something that I was just not expecting at all. I didn't even think that the ARK was going to come with Teletran-one, let alone that Teletran-one itself would transform. And for a slightly smaller figure, I do believe this will probably be within the deluxe class scale. It does look quite well done. Of course, there are some discrepancies to the design, most noticeably would be the huge backpack, but I think that the overall colorization and of course the details work quite well, and the proportions too definitely do help aid what is overall quite a nice almost bonus accessory. As we take a look at the ARK fully transformed up into the huge looking robot, wow, honestly this looks so well done. Of course we did get a slight glimpse of how the ARK would look when transformed into robot mode when we got that amazing looking Transformers Kingdom artwork revealed late last year, and this definitely does look very similar to that. To me, I'm not entirely sure about yourselves, but this really does give me almost Iron Giant vibes, especially where that torso is concerned. You can see that the abdomen is very mechanical as far as its design is concerned, and overall honestly I'm just so impressed with this. The fact that we are indeed getting a transformable Teletran-one included with this set does lead me to believe that perhaps the actual Titan class figure itself may be slightly smaller in terms of scale, and of course as mentioned at the beginning of this video, I am merely just speculating on some promotional images. We unfortunately don't get an in-hand look at this figure due to Toy Fair unfortunately not taking place this year, but it does just appear a little smaller when in comparison to what we saw from the likes of Scorponok and Omega Supreme, but the detailing is definitely incredibly impressive. You can see here so much paintwork going on here, so much sculpted in surface detailing, and it really does appear as if it's going to have all of that signature War for Cybertron trilogy articulation, such as ankle rocker joints, and oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, it does appear as if I'm gushing over this, but the sculpting in detailing to that robot mode and to the ARK itself just looks so well done. Something which I am unsure of is whether or not the core class figures that have been released so far for Kingdom Wave 1 and 2 will be able to actually fit within this. To me, just by judging by some of these images, it does appear as if though perhaps they can't. I did initially think that this was going to be an almost playset, but actually taking a look at how the robot transforms, it definitely does look as if though it's just going to be a transformer. But then that raises the question of how does Teletran-one play into all of this? Can Teletran-one actually store within the ARK itself? And if it can, then the ARK will have to be quite substantially big, but there is no images here of the Autobots from the core class line actually fitting in this, so I think they may be just some nice decoration for when the ARK is transformed in robot mode, or to actually surround the ARK when of course you have it in its shuttle mode. But definitely leaps and bounds better than anything I could have predicted. Honestly, I'm so impressed with some of these initial promotional images. I actually didn't think we were going to get a look at this until Friday, as of course that's when Hasbro Pulse have their huge fan fest, and if they are willing to unveil such a big character such as the Titan class ARK 2 days before that event, it makes me even more excited as to what Friday does have in store for us. Are they going to be giving us some surprises that perhaps we did not even know were rumoured? The NPM Optimus Prime that was revealed late last month was definitely a surprise that no one expected, so Hasbro definitely can keep secrets if they want to, and it just makes me all the more excited for what reveals do indeed await us for Friday. I would love to know down in the comment section below on what all of you guys think of this particular reveal. Does this live up to your expectations? Are you going to reserve your judgment until we of course get some more images, hopefully on Friday, or of course when some of the in-hand images do begin to circulate? I would really love to know what you all think. This is by far one of the boldest Titans that Hasbro and Takara Tomy have ever produced, and I'm just so glad that they did in fact finally decide to give us the ARK, which has always been such a pivotal plot point and a pivotal scenery in both G1 and of course in the most recent War for Cybertron trilogy Netflix series. This looks so well done, and as mentioned, I just cannot wait to add this here to my collection. I would also be interested to know down in the comment section below on whether or not you guys actually think making the ARK a transformable figure is a good idea. Of course, seeing as this will have a robot and alternate mode, it does look likely that it is going to sacrifice the whole playset gimmick, which would of course allow you to actually put the core class figures within the shuttle. This is all merely speculation. It could potentially still do that, but just taking a look at these images, I can't personally see any room for where you would actually store the core class releases. So would you prefer more of a playset where it is simply just the shuttle and Teletran-one, or are you like me and definitely all up for unique and original ideas such as the ARK transforming into its own unique looking Titan? And just as I began editing my thoughts and analysis on the Titan class ARK, Hasbro just go and drop 2 awesome reveals. So the second reveal we shall be talking about in this video is none other than arguably the most anticipated G1 character to be introduced into Kingdom, the leader class Galvatron. Now of course we have gotten some in-hand images of this figure before its official reveal by Hasbro and Takara Tomy. However, I just wanted to hold off so that we could actually discuss some of these official images, and I've got to be honest and say that Galvatron, much like pretty much all of the War for Cybertron figures, looks fantastic. This is an amazing update on one of the most iconic baddies to ever come out of G1. Of course, for those of you who have picked up Kingdom Cyclonus and Studio Series Scourge, you are going to have to add Kingdom Galvatron here to your collection, and I believe that Hasbro and Takara Tomy have done a fantastic job with this particular figure. Now, getting straight into the first image, we have an awesome display of Galvatron with the Matrix of Leadership actually harnessed to the chain that we saw within the 86 movie. He will in fact come with his awesome looking orange arm cannon, and I think that the proportions really do look rather nice on this character. Of course, proportions of this figure is something that has been a topic of controversy for the last week or so, so it is good to see that these official images have slightly cleared this up. The only thing that I will say that I'm not a massive fan of is the treads on the back of the arms. Now I know that is G1 accurate, but these to me just appear slightly overkill and do look a little too large, at least for my personal taste. Hasbro have also included 2 additional accessories, those in the form of the Revenge. Now the Revenge is Galvatron's ship, which was gifted to him by Unicron, so I'm certain that these are going to scale really nicely with the HasLab Unicron for those of you who did in fact pick that up. Although for those of you who did not pick HasLab Unicron up, Hasbro have actually intended these to be used as an almost railgun for Galvatron, as these can combine into a really awesome looking almost gunship, I guess you could say. So definitely super cool looking images here on Galvatron. I won't go into him too much. As mentioned, I'm pretty certain that many of you have already seen some of the in-hand images, but he looks really well done in robot mode. I'm not a huge fan of the color variation, but I imagine if some of the past releases are anything to go by, Galvatron here will be repainted beyond belief, so I'm almost certain that we shall indeed get that 86 movie accurate looking color deco. As we take a look here at Galvatron in his Space Cannon alt mode, this looks really well done. They have in fact added a tab where you can peg the Matrix chain into, much like once again we saw in the 86 movie, and this definitely does appear appear to be the best mainline Galvatron that we have ever gotten. Much like we've seen from pretty much all of the War for Cybertron releases, they really do abolish their previous toy counterparts, and Kingdom Galvatron here is no exception. It will be really intriguing to see as to how he does actually stack up with some of the other figures in the line. I'm really interested to see as to whether or not he is in fact leader in height, or whether it's just due to parts count and of course the additional accessories that they are packing into him. But then the next reveal that we got, the third and final reveal that I shall be discussing in today's video, is that of the Deluxe Class Wave 3 Kingdom Scorponok. Wow, 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 what a fantastic looking figure this does look. So of course we have an image here of Scorponok in his Scorpion mode, and I think they've done such a great job. Of course this is merely just a Deluxe Class, but it looks almost masterpiece as far as the design is concerned. It looks so well done. Much like we've seen from some of these Kingdom Beast Wars characters, this figure really only differs in comparison to his on-screen model where the colour scheme is concerned. They are a little brighter and in some areas a little more saturated than we saw on screen, but I really do think that for the most part it works exceptionally well. He will of course have the Wasp in one of the claws and the two almost missile pods in the other, which I think is great. I just love the detailing on those Scorpion legs as well, and of course we've got the tail, the pincers at the front, everything just looks super nice, and he does actually appear, at least from these images, to be quite a big Deluxe Class, so I'm really intrigued, much like Galvatron, to see how he shall stack up with some of these other War for Cybertron figures. As we take a look here at Scorponok in robot mode, much like Scorpion mode, it looks superb. I'm actually really glad that we are getting more Predacons introduced into the Kingdom line, as up until this point we had really only gotten Megatron and Black Arachnia that were of course taken from the original Beast Wars series. The Fossilizers are a brand new and original concept, so it's great to get some more Predacon characters that actually appeared in the show, and Scorponok I think is a great entry. There are also rumours that we shall be seeing Pterosaur, so I'm hoping that he is revealed on Friday. I'm actually quite surprised to see how many awesome big name reveals Hasbro have actually dropped ahead of Friday's reveals, so here's hoping that they have a few more surprises up their sleeves and that these three here are not just the big names that we get mentioned once again on Friday, but a really awesome looking figure here in the form of Deluxe Scorponok. Very bulky upper torso, much like you would expect from the character, and the claws look superb, and I'm thoroughly impressed with some of the additional accessories that he comes with, such as the missile pods and of course the little wasp that he does also have in the claw as well. The texturing detail to the Scorpion mode looks so authentic, much like we've seen from Black Arachnia and Beast Wars Megatron, and overall I'm just so impressed, as if today could not get any better. After I saw the Titan class ARK, I was absolutely gobsmacked. It looks amazing, and then of course we've got the official reveals of Galvatron and now Scorponok. I'm just so pumped to see as to what Hasbro have in store for us this coming Friday. So I would love to know down in the comment section below on what you guys think of some of these reveals that we have gotten. Are you a fan of them? Do you like the Titan class ARK? Are you happy that by the looks of things it is just merely going to be a transformer with a robot and alternate mode, than as opposed to a playset where you can actually put the core class figures in the interior of the shuttle? Do you like the Kingdom Galvatron? And what do you guys think of course, the Predacon Scorponok? Also be sure to hit that subscribe button for the latest news and reviews all surrounding Transformers, and until my next video, I'll see you then. Thanks so much for watching.